Hello, it's Nicolette. And as you can probably tell by the fact that I am sitting in a motor vehicle, I am not in Paris right now. I'm normally in Paris, that's where I live, but today I am in the United States of America. For the first time in over 3 years. And let me tell you, it is wild being here. Everything looks absolutely massive. The houses, the cars, the streets, there are American flags everywhere. People are now driving these like computer-generated looking tanks on the street. Food prices are absolutely exorbitant. What happened? I've had about a week to recover from this reverse culture shock, and I am now ready to do everything I missed about America while living abroad in France in 24 hours. Because it just felt incredibly American to decide to put a time limit on this and, do something in the name of unnecessary speed, efficiency, and made-up competition. So I have 24 hours to complete everything on the list. I'm gonna be honest, the list is smaller than it would have been if I had filmed this video like 2 years ago. They say that absence makes the heart grow fonder, but it's just trimmed the list of things that I miss about America because I'm like, you know what? I've gone 2 years without that, gone 3 years without that. It's fine. But there's still stuff on this list, and we're gonna do it together today. We are already speeding along because let me tell you, I've accomplished the first thing on the list before I even hit record. That's right, drive a car. I'm in a car. I drove it to get here, and I've been driving it for a week. I was very excited to listen to the radio, be driving on the open road, and I will tell you that the novelty of it wore off 15 to 20 seconds in, and I was like, kind of wish I was on the metro or walking right now. So yeah, it turns out I didn't actually miss driving. I don't enjoy it. Now on to number 2, which is go through a drive-thru. I am parked outside of Starbucks. I could just walk in there right now. I'm in the Starbucks parking lot. It's fun, so we're gonna do it. I don't have a car in France. There aren't a ton of drive-thrus. Let's go. Let's do this. It's gonna feel like a Disneyland ride, I'm sure. But yes, I do apologize that this is not something like extremely American, like KFC, McDonald's. The McDonald's drive-thru. That's probably it. Sorry, I'm not going to the McDonald's drive-thru. There is like barely anything for vegans there. Okay, we really got to get into this video. This camera's probably gonna fall while I'm driving. We'll see how long it lasts. Oh, there she goes.
Hi, good morning. We'll make it started for you.
Hi, good morning. Can I get a hot tea?
A hot, what, sorry?
A hot tea?
A hot tea?
Yeah, just like, do you have like mint tea?
Yeah, what size?
A tall?
A tall mint tea, okay.
And that's it.
All right, I'll be $3.25.
Okay, thanks. Have a good one. That was pretty painless. That was fast. That was quick. The woman was utterly confused that I ordered probably the least popular and least exciting thing on the entire menu, which is just a hot mint tea. Since I moved to France, I've cut out coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore because when I first arrived there, I was so utterly disappointed by the coffee there that I stopped, and I have not had coffee in like 2 years. I'm sorry that I did not get like a fun, exciting Frappuccino blended beverage. They do have Starbucks in France. We are going to do yet another American consumerist activity, which is go on an unnecessary Target run. If you live in America, you probably live near a Target. You know that most people that go into Target, they don't need anything. They really don't need anything. Maybe they need one thing. They go in there, they get distracted, they buy 20 other items, and they leave forgetting the one thing that they went there for. I've kind of just like missed aimlessly wandering the aisles of Target and looking at all of the exciting products that they have. So let's go to Target. And there's also another thing on this list that I can accomplish inside the Target. So this is gonna be a 2-for-1. We're really making great time here. American efficiency. I got a cart because obviously you get a cart when you come to Target. I don't know if I'm going to be purchasing anything, but I got a cart. This is cute. This is cute. Do I need it? No, but it's cute. Suddenly, I need bows in my life. Did I need them before I came in here? No, but now I am wanting bows. This is the classic abandoned Target items where you're like, wait, actually I don't need that. And you have a moment of strength and you leave them in a random aisle. I have been wanting to do this for a while. Just stand in an American cereal aisle. They have invented so many new types of cereals since I have been here. Wow, look at all these new types of Cheerios. Wow, oh, it keeps going. There's more types of Cheerios. The thing I found wild was the Frosted Flakes. They've invented so many types of Frosted Flakes since I arrived. Look, they have minis. These are cute. What is this? Loaded birthday cake? That sounds absolutely disgusting. What? This is so unnecessary. We have Elf on a Shelf cereal? That's a thing? Oh my gosh. I'm in shock. There's something comforting about this, about how many choices of cereal there are. It's wildly unnecessary, but like, it's kind of nice when you look on the shelf and you're like, wow, that's a brand new type of cereal. All right, I did that. I stood in the cereal aisle. That was absolutely wild. Has Target always been that massive? I forgot truly how large and diverse Target is. They have anything you need and things you didn't know you needed. I just spent close to an hour in Target, absolutely awestruck and in a bit of a state of shock. And it was so overwhelming that I didn't even purchase anything. I left empty-handed. I feel like we can just end the video here. Like, I'm just in a state of American consumerist overwhelm right now. I didn't even stay in the home goods section. I just walked by it. I waved to the home goods section and kept walking because I knew that would be a whole other hour if I was looking at throw pillows and candles. I don't think I miss this anymore. I did it. Check. I don't need it. I will stick with Monoprix, which is kind of like the French Target. And it's smaller and a little more manageable, but it still has like Target vibes. We still have a lot left on this list, and the day is now 1 hour later after that Target black hole. So let's hop to it. Welcome back from yet another American consumerist activity. I spent way too long in Trader Joe's. It was just very exciting. There were lots of new things. There were 3.5 years worth of new things in that store. And it was all very cute and very exciting, and they somehow made it look very healthy, even though a lot of those things are just packaged, processed food. I did not purchase anything. No, sorry. I impulse purchased a lavender body scrub, which I remember being incredible. So that's exciting. But I genuinely did not need groceries. I just went in there to see how Trader Joe was doing, what he was trading. I came, I saw, I conquered. Trader Joe's is still pretty cool. I don't think I miss it though. Shockingly. I went in there and I was like, this is cute, this is fun, but I don't need this as a grocery shopping experience on a weekly basis. You know, I genuinely miss my French grocery store, and I'm excited to get back to them. I feel like that's what this whole video is turning into, is just me doing these things that I thought I missed, and then it turns out I'm actually okay without them. Alright, next agenda item. I need to be honest with you and let you know that I have already failed at the 24-hour challenge portion of this video. For visual continuity, I have put on the same outfit that I was wearing at the beginning of this video, but it is now a new day, a new dawn, a new day, because I accomplished something that was not on my list. I came down with some kind of weird, mysterious 48-hour illness that I think was caused by unproperly refrigerated tofu salad from a restaurant. My Sherlocking has led to that being the only possible reason why I suddenly became violently ill for 48 hours mysteriously. So, can add that to the list of things I did while visiting America. But you know what? I believe in second chances, and we're gonna finish filming this video, and we have to finish it because I am leaving to go back to France tomorrow morning. So now we're really in a time crunch. So we're gonna rapid fire these. First thing we can fully cross off the list because it wasn't possible is go to a late night American style pharmacy. Turns out in suburbia, the pharmacies here close at around 9 p.m. So we're just gonna pretend that we did that. I went in there at 1 in the morning and not 1 in the afternoon. Please enjoy this very brief American pharmacy intermission. I genuinely forgot how massive American pharmacies can be. There were 28 aisles in this store. 28. That is larger than pretty much any French store that I know of. For context, French pharmacies are very small. They only have prescriptions, vitamins, band-aids, skincare, and sometimes makeup. That's it. But this pharmacy was straight up a grocery store, a clothing store, a makeup store, a toy store, a candy store, a liquor store, a hardware store. Oh, and you can get photos printed in an hour. It truly made me wonder what kind of childhood trauma CVS went through to make it think that it needs to be everything. Because it really doesn't. But it's trying.
I try really hard, actually.
Next up, eating a meal at a sit-down restaurant between the hours of 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. France is very strict about their meal times. They have their set meal times and they do not eat outside of those meal times. So if you are showing up at a French restaurant, a French cafe, looking to order food between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., good luck. They're not serving you. Chefs are not in the kitchen. No one is making food. No one is serving food between those hours except like McDonald's. So I'm about to meet up with my sister and have a meal at 4 p.m. That's basically the afternoon, and they're serving food here at American restaurants. And being a California girl, I am getting another thing accomplished. Eat Tex-Mex food. France is wonderful, but they do not know what a burrito is. They definitely do not know what a taco is. And I'm telling you, the first year that I lived there, I even had trouble finding black beans in the supermarket. That is the extent to which they do not understand Tex-Mex cuisine. Wow, I said we were gonna rapid fire this, but we're not, clearly. So let's go eat at a restaurant at an apparently absurd hour and have some Tex-Mex food. I made it to the Tex-Mex restaurant. I'm here on a burrito date with my sister. It's lovely. Just because a restaurant is open at 4 p.m., I will say, doesn't necessarily mean people are going to be eating at 4 p.m. We basically have this whole place to ourselves. There's like one couple eating. But yeah, you know what? It's America, and you can come in to a restaurant at 4 p.m. and have a full meal, and you can have a Tex-Mex meal. You can have a burrito. That was the first burrito I have eaten in 3.5 years. And that taste profile of beans and rice wrapped in the tortilla with some guacamole, some salsa. Sorry, I got a vegan burrito, so there's no exciting meats on it. But wow, okay, this is something I have like genuinely been missing, and it was really refreshing to finally bite into a burrito. I will admit this is not the best burrito I've ever had in my life, but you know what? It hits the spot after 3.5 years. France, I think you need to learn how to make Tex-Mex food. I'm gonna finish eating these restaurant-style chips. I also have not ever found in France, so I'm gonna enjoy that. I think I only have 1 or 2 things left. I'll meet you wherever that is. In case you're wondering why doing a load of laundry was on this list, I don't have a dryer here. I dry my clothes on a rack in my apartment, and it usually takes an entire day to sufficiently dry. So that was pretty revelatory to be able to do a load of laundry that like almost instantly dried. It was completely dry. It was warm when it came out of there. So yeah, that was lovely. Anyway, 1 load of laundry, a plane flight, and many days later, I'm back in Paris. I did not film anything the rest of that day. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my last few hours before hopping on a plane and returning here. I have had a few days to adjust to the time zone and also to just process this trip. And I have some thoughts. First off, I realized just how much commercialism and buying things is part of the American way of life, the American culture, American day-to-day, and I think it took living in another country for multiple years for me to realize just how weird and also wildly unnecessary that is. I could do an entire video on the differences between American consumerism, French consumerism, and just all the cultural differences there, but I'm not gonna go there. Basically, what I learned from this trip and from filming this video is what I actually miss about America. And no, that's not going through a drive-thru, buying a new product at Trader Joe's, roaming the aisles of Target. It's not even food. Really, at the end of the day, it comes down to people and places. Spending time with my friends and my family was the most rewarding, beautiful thing about my trip. People that I normally live thousands of miles away from, people that I love and do not see on a daily, monthly, or even yearly basis. That was truly what I was missing and what I will continue to miss. Also, Northern California nature. I got to spend a day in the California redwoods. It was beautiful and restorative. Growing up in the Bay Area, the redwoods were such a part of my childhood. The redwoods, but also just Northern California nature in general, have such a place in my heart. They always have and they always will. So personally, that's also something that I realized I have been missing, and it was really wonderful to be able to experience that. So it ended up just being things that are in my heart, as cheesy as that sounds. It's not something you can buy. It's love of family, love of friends, love of nature. It's love. Love is all you need, as the Beatles said so wisely. I did not expect this video to go this direction, but you know, in all honesty, this is what filming this video and visiting America did to me, and I'm very grateful for this realization. I have returned to Paris with a heart filled with love and nature and family and good times, and I'm now appreciative of all the things I love about this country, which, you know, very much is the friends I have made here, the communities I've built, the places that I love visiting. So on that note, you know, maybe go call someone you love, text a friend, hug an animal friend, or just go outside and experience the sheer beauty of nature. I hope you enjoyed this mildly chaotic adventure that ended up definitely not being 24 hours long, but that's okay. You know, we had a good time. And leave a comment. You know, speaking of people and communities, I would love to hear from you. I would love to create a little community of people in the comment section. Say hi to each other, add a waving emoji or something. I don't know, whatever you want to talk about, just put it in the comments. Let's continue the community there. And I will see you in the next video. For now, have a lovely day, a lovely evening. I don't know what time it is where you are. Just have a lovely time. Au revoir.